doing well. I'm here to share with you something that I hope blesses the start of your week. And it's about the power of encouragement. Because who knows, we live in a world that's full of criticism. Everybody likes to criticise everybody else of what people do or they don't do, of what they say or they don't say. And yet as the church, we are called to be cheerleaders over critics. We are called to cheerlead for somebody else's life. We're called to encourage the God-given gifts and talents and purpose that God has placed in each and every one of us. And so I've got a story to share with you today that highlights the power of encouragement. And it's set in 1642. A young 19-year-old married woman is expecting her first child. Sadly, 6 months into the pregnancy, her husband dies, and she's left to bring up this child on her own. She gives birth to a little boy, but he's born early and he's really poorly. So the start of his life was not great. And then when he was 3 years old, a priest moves to the village where they live. And the priest takes an interest in this young woman, and he offers her the chance of a new beginning and a new life to be married to him. The only condition is she cannot bring the boy with her. He didn't want the boy to be part of their new life. So she decides to take the priest up on his offer. She marries him and leaves the boy with her parents. This young boy, 3 years old, has that sting of rejection. My mother has gone away. My life has changed. And he was very angry and very hurt. As he started to grow up, he went to school. But at school, he just didn't engage. The teachers called him lazy, good for nothing. He was so hurt and bitter and angry on the inside. He couldn't see beyond that. And so he didn't do very well. It looked like the end of his story had already been written. Until one day, a Christian teacher called John Houston moved to the village and moved to the school. As he got used to the school, he was told that this was the problem child. And yet, he had a softness for this child. He started to pray for this young boy. He started to see the gifts and the talents and the calling that God had placed in this child. And he set about being a part of encouraging what was in there. He started to spend time with the child. He took an interest in him. He taught him extra lessons. He started to chat to him about different things in his life. And gradually, the school and all the teachers started to see a difference in this young boy's life. They started to see that actually he was very academic, gifted in maths and in physics, and he went on from strength to strength with the help of this teacher. This teacher paved a way for this young boy to move to Trinity College in Cambridge, where he could study. He went to the college, and soon he was the talk of the college and the talk of the town, and then one day would be the talk of the world because of the gift and talent they had in the area of physics and maths. This young boy we know today as Sir Isaac Newton. You see, he's one of the most unbelievable scientists of all time throughout history, Sir Isaac Newton. And yet this teacher came alongside him, and he prayed, and he encouraged, and he was there for him. And he helped bring about the God-given talent and purposes that God had already placed in Sir Isaac Newton on that day he'd be born in 1642. And so I want to encourage you today that there are people in your life who need your encouragement. There are gifts and talents and purposes locked up in loads of people in our lives. And yet with a little bit of encouragement, with prayer, with dedication, we can see people become all that they're called to be. So I want to encourage you today to go and encourage somebody else. Have a blessed week, guys. See ya.